Georgie and Mandy's relationship has always been a roller coaster, but episode 10 of young Sheldon's spin-off series, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, dives into one of their biggest arguments yet. This pivotal episode doesn't just deepen the complexity of their relationship, it offers a crucial glimpse into Mary Cooper's transformation into the stern, no-nonsense mother we know from The Big Bang Theory. The feud that changed everything. In episode 10, tensions are at an all-time high between Georgie and Mandy. Their struggles with financial instability, parenthood, and the weight of familial expectations push them to their limits. What starts as a minor disagreement about parenting styles quickly escalates into a full-blown argument that brings long-buried insecurities and frustrations to the surface. Mandy, exhausted from the daily demands of caring for their newborn daughter, is frustrated with Georgie's inability to fully grasp the emotional and physical toll of motherhood. Georgie, on the other hand, is juggling multiple jobs to support their family and feels unappreciated. The crux of their fight centers around Mary, Georgie's mother, who, in Mandy's eyes, is becoming too overbearing in their lives. "You always let her walk all over us, Georgie. She makes every decision like it's her place," Mandy snaps, exasperated. "She's just trying to help," Georgie argues. "She's done this before. She knows what she's talking about." Mandy shakes her head. "No, she knows how to control everything, and if you don't stand up to her, she's going to run our lives just like she ran yours." This statement cuts deep. Georgie has always straddled the line between loyalty to his mother and his desire to establish independence. This feud forces him to confront a truth he's avoided. Mary's influence is strong, and he spent his life trying to please her, often at the expense of his own autonomy. Mary's transformation, from compassionate to overbearing. This episode marks a turning point in Mary's character arc. Throughout young Sheldon, Mary was a loving, albeit sometimes overprotective, mother who deeply cared for her children. However, in The Big Bang Theory, she is much more rigid and critical, particularly towards Sheldon. This transition is not just about Sheldon's unique personality. It's a result of everything that happens within the Cooper family over the years. The feud between Georgie and Mandy lays the groundwork for Mary's shift. As Georgie struggles to balance being a husband and father, he often turns to Mary for guidance, unintentionally reinforcing her belief that she is the family's backbone. Meanwhile, Mandy, despite her independent streak, finds herself having to constantly defend her role as a mother and partner, pushing her to the edge. Mary, seeing the chaos unfold, steps in with a firmer grip. She begins making more decisions on behalf of the young couple, believing she's protecting them from their own inexperience. The fight in episode 10 is just the beginning of a long-standing dynamic, where Mary becomes the de facto matriarch, controlling situations to keep the family from unraveling. Over time, her empathy hardens into tough love, and by the time Sheldon grows up and moves away, she has become the strict, sometimes overbearing, figure that Big Bang Theory fans recognize. Georgie's growth and Mary's struggle. A key outcome of this episode is how Georgie begins to see Mary not just as his mother, but as a force in his marriage that he must navigate carefully. As he fights to keep his relationship with Mandy intact, he realizes that standing up to his mother doesn't mean he loves her any less, it means creating healthy boundaries. This revelation doesn't happen overnight, but episode 10 is a catalyst for Georgie's gradual assertion of independence. At the same time, Mary faces an internal battle. She is caught between wanting to let Georgie make his own mistakes and her deep-seated belief that, without her guidance, the family will fall apart. The episode subtly highlights her fears, losing control, watching her children struggle, and feeling unneeded. Her increased rigidity in The Big Bang Theory stems from years of trying to hold her family together. especially as they experience loss, heartbreak, and change. How this feud echoes into the future. For fans of The Big Bang Theory, this episode provides an aha moment. Mary's transformation into the strict, no-nonsense woman Sheldon frequently describes isn't just a random character change. It's the result of years of strain, responsibility, and the slow erosion of her softer side. By the time Sheldon is grown, Mary has long accepted that she has to be the unwavering pillar in the family. She's seen relationships break, children struggle, and dreams fall apart. Episode 10 of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is a foundational piece of this puzzle, showing the early moments where Mary began evolving into her future self. Additionally, this episode foreshadows the eventual fate of Georgie and Mandy's relationship. While their love is real, the cracks in their marriage are evident. If they don't learn to navigate the pressure from Mary and establish a strong partnership, they risk falling into the same patterns that have affected so many in the Cooper family. Conclusion: the unavoidable transformation. Mary Cooper's evolution into the woman we see in The Big Bang Theory isn't simply about age or experience. It's about the accumulation of years spent holding her family together. Episode 10 of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is a powerful turning point, showing the emotional battles that begin reshaping her personality. Georgie and Mandy's feud isn't just a marital spat. It's a representation of a family dynamic that will shape them all for years to come. For Georgie, it's a wake-up call about his mother's role in his life. For Mandy, it's a moment of realization that she must fight for her voice. And for Mary, it's the beginning of a transformation from a protective mother to the tough, sometimes unyielding matriarch we eventually come to know. As the series progresses, fans will likely see more moments that continue to shape the Coopers' future. But episode 10 stands as one of the most critical episodes yet, one that explains not just Georgie and Mandy's struggles, but the very foundation of Mary Cooper's iconic personality in The Big Bang Theory.